Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 27th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's in open in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Perfect. All right, link is sent out. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Down to the 8-hour. Down to the 4-hour. Down to the 2-hour. Down to the 1-hour. $30-minute. $15-minute. 10-minute. Back to the 1-minute. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 27th. It is 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. Marked up liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity above is at 41,264. And the closest level below is at 41,181. So there goes the two closest levels of liquidity to current price. Looking over here at our 100-point move for the day. So for the 100-point move, looks like I'm going to be taking a sell today. So go over to the 10-minute chart in a few moments. But it's looking like a sell. It's going to be against the retail sentiment, but just from the fundamentals, pointing towards a sell today. So once we get down to the countdown, I'll mark it up and then go from there. All right, we got about a minute left. So for today's market flow entries, like I said, I'm going to be looking for trades, only one trade per momentum. That's what we'll be looking for. So we got market opening up in about 40 seconds. Looking for a sell here for the 100-point move. And wait for a little more. We got 20 seconds left. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so market is now open. Let's see where this is set at. So we got 3, 7, and this will be at 3, 187. All right, cool. So I'll come back to this later. Liquidity right here got hit, guys. So the first level of liquidity right here on the 1 minute got hit already. So that one got hit full TP on the opening candle. First level of liquidity right there is done. We got price kind of just sitting right here at the sessions. So we got a possible market flow entry setting up here, but it's going to be right at the session. So there's not going to be any way for me to take this entry here. If you guys want to take it, I'll just mark it up right here. I'm not going to take it though, of course, because it is right at the sessions right there. So 2 red flags. We got a session sandwich right here. We got the Asia low. We got the London low right here. So I'm not going to be messing with this here at the moment. So it's technically active right now. But again, I'm not taking this position here because it's right in between the sessions. So I'm gonna leave it as is. We'll follow it, but we'll leave it as is for now. I need price to push away from the session. So I need price to push above and higher in order for me to take that entry. So my 100-point move is running in profit right now, halfway to its TP. Come back and take a look at that later. So I'm not in any positions right now, or I am in a position. I'm in the 100-point position, but I'm not in any scalps right now. So we've got price coming back up right here, possible market flow entry again at this candle, but like I said, it's right at the session, so I'm not messing with it. It's not really a good area right here to trade in. So the market flow again is running right here. It's now currently active, pushing up to full TP. This market flow right here would have hit TP, but again, I'm not taking any trades within this middle area, which is what we consider red flags. All right, so we'll sit tight here. The range is currently between the 300 and the 250 mark. So my 100-point move is still running right now. Leave that alone. What we got, here, let me go over here real quick. Let me check the news. Forgot we had news this morning. So we had news this morning at 5:55 and 6 o'clock. Then we have more news at 7 and 7:30. They're all low impact news events, so it's not going to be that heavy. But 5:55, 6, mark that up real quick. So 5:55, which was there. 6 o'clock, which is right there. We got 2 more low impact news events here at 7, 7:30. We also mark up opening price. So again, price hasn't gotten away past the sessions right here. It's just sitting right between the sessions. Let me go over here and mark up the range right now. Color that black down here. All right, so this is the current range right now. Price is just ranging between the 300 mark and the 250 mark. Hardly any structure yet. I guess we can mark up this structure for now, but it's a bit wide. That's a little too wide. So I'll just leave this alone for now. I'll market structure later once we have closer structure. But again, price is just sitting in between these two levels right here. It's literally doing nothing, going sideways. And it feels like the market gets worse and worse as the month goes by, right? Like I said, August isn't a good month for us. We're slightly in profit. I think we have 2 or 3 net wins for the whole month. The only problem with this though is that, I took so many trades that I'm paying so much in commissions and fees that it kind of sets me below on my Apex accounts. So even though I'm winning right now, I'm up like 2 or 3 wins, I'm still basically at break even because of the commissions and fees that I paid throughout the entire month. So it just seems like as we get deeper and deeper into August, the market just starts to consolidate even more. So it's not getting any better. This is pretty much what happened last week too. Can't wait for August to be over. The good thing is that August is going to be over this week. So next week, September, hopefully we'll get back into a directional market. But like I was saying, there's just nothing going on here right now. Prices pretty much just bouncing between the 2 price levels right there. We got price climbing up a little bit higher right here as we speak. So I might be able to set up for a market flow entry. It's not looking like price is actually getting past it though. But, like I said, just gotta wait for this here to break out of this area. So look for price to break above, climb up higher, or look for price to break below and climb below here. Again, price is just stuck in between this middle area right here of the sessions. We have the Asia low and the London low right here. So it's not really too much going on here. We're just going to wait for price to break out of this area. Once it breaks out of this area, we'll start looking for some entries. But again, going back to our clean chart, there's literally nothing going on here. It's just sideways. This is a classic consolidation move. So we got price trying to break above. Here's the thing that you want to be careful for. If price does break above, don't chase it right away. I know some people are going to try to chase this, right? If price breaks above this resistance right here, I know some people are going to try to climb this up higher, but what you want to be careful for is the fake out. So price can easily push above here, fake out and pull back into the range. All right, same thing, and there you go. Fake out back into the range. Here, if this here fakes out, this is going to be a double body rejection for a V1 variation pattern. And this will likely just reverse and pull right back into the range. So nothing here has changed. I mean, it's the same thing that's been happening over and over again. It's a clear example of fake out reversal. If you guys want to trade the fake out reversal, I mean, feel free, but you're still taking a risk because, this fake out could be a double fake out. Like it could be a push to the upside, a fake out right here, pull back below, fake out again, swing back up. But as I said, be careful when price breaks out of this range here. I have this range drawn up. Pretty much gonna leave this range up all session because whenever price breaks above, possible fake out. Whenever price breaks below, possible fake out. Basically looking for those W and M patterns. But all right, so our 100-point move is still running right here in profit. Not too much has happened since. Price again is right in between the sessions. So we might have to just sit tight for a little bit until maybe 7 o'clock. Because eventually price is going to break out of this range, hopefully. Ideally, yes, price is going to break out of this range, but right now you can see price is kind of just sitting between the range right now. So just be careful whenever price breaks out of it, don't chase it. I pretty much gave you guys a textbook right here. So don't chase it because price is going to pull back into the range. And what happened here, exactly that. This just comes from experience, guys. If you guys trade every single day like I do, you see these patterns come up pretty much around the clock. So you know exactly what to do whenever you see something like this happen. So price breaks below here. I'm not going to chase it right away because I'm going to wait for this tier to actually come down lower. Because odds of this faking out back to the upside, more likely than it actually breaking out and continuing to the downside. So again, right here, price kind of just sitting around. CRX news in 20 minutes. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, CRX. It's I believe it's low impact news, so it shouldn't be too crazy. Well, it's medium. So we got CB consumer confidence, which is medium impact. It's forecasted to be positive. Then we have low impact news over here, Richmond Fed manufacturing index, Fed services, and shipments index. All forecasted to be positive. So the thing with that is that if everything's forecasted to be positive, price will probably get manipulated and come down instead. Looking over here at the level 2 data, it's pretty much balanced right now. Not really anything going on. And this is typical for summer markets, guys. So again, if you guys have never traded a summer market, this is normal. Typically, the big players are not in the market right now. Everyone's pretty much on vacation. So this is normal for the summer market to go sideways because there's nobody with really enough volume to push price, out of this area or have it climb. The only time when that happens is when there's some sort of economic news going on. But during normal market session, this is typically what happens during the summer. And this is why we typically look at like V1 variations or reversal patterns for entries. I'm gonna stick to my market flows, but yeah, for the most part, it's probably gonna fake out again, pull back into the range. I just can't take any market flows here because there's no direction. So price is attempting to push up. See if it pushes up here. All right, so we got price kind of climbing up a little bit. We may have a possible opportunity here for a market flow entry. It's starting to push up slightly, so I'll be looking for a possible market flow. There's a high-low scalp that came up right here, guys, if anybody was looking at that. There's liquidity right there too. So liquidity is right there. There's a high-low scalp that just broke and closed past this area. It's currently pushing in profit. Looks like if you went for the 10 points, it already hit. So there's a high-low scalp that came up right there. The liquidity right here is also hitting. I'll be looking for a possible market flow entry right here. If price pulls back, swings back up. So this doesn't mean that price is finally going to push to the upside. This just means that price is climbing. So there can be opportunity for a market flow if price pulls back hard and comes back up. I'm not going to be chasing for any like high-low scalps here though. So there may be a high-low scalp that might come up at this level right here. If you guys are looking to take it, I'm not going to take that as a high-low scalp though. I'll wait for a market flow here to come up. So I'll see if this retraces down. So price is pushing up higher, but again, like I said earlier, it's there's just no confirmation yet whether it's actually going to keep climbing. So price is finally breaking out of this area, but look out for any double body rejections. So if you see any double body rejections up here, this could be a possible reversal pattern back to the downside. So that's where you want to be cautious. You don't want to just chase the buys here for no reason. Chase the buy if you have an entry. There's a high-low scalp that came up right there, so it's technically running right now. So there is a high-low scalp that is currently running. If you're doing a 10-30 split, that's what it would look like. Not in any positions here right now. Liquidity right there just got hit again. It looks like liquidity right there just got hit. So it's pretty much, let's see if it's hit already. Yeah. So the liquidity hit on that initial candle right there. You guys took that for liquidity. The liquidity entries have actually been pretty solid lately. So if you guys have been taking liquidity, it's been pretty solid. I think every liquidity here has gotten hit. I think for liquidity, you can even take like a 10-10. You don't even have to take anything crazy. 10-10 might be ideal because it's either going to hit your TP or it's not, right? You don't really have to have that much leeway. All right, so it looks like we might be getting into another area of consolidation up here. So let me draw the next level, which is right here at 350. Looks like price is having trouble getting past that 350 right there. So here goes that double body rejection that I was just warning you guys about. If this candle here closes red, be careful because this could be a possible reversal back to the downside. I'll still be looking for some market flow entries here though. Price comes down. So I'm looking for price to come down sharply and push back up. If I can get that, then I'll be looking for possible market flow. Otherwise, I'll just keep waiting for the next opportunity here. Volatility here is starting to slow down a little bit. Yeah, the market's starting to get a little flat up here. So this is where it gets a little tricky once the market starts to get flat over here, because I don't want to trade in an area that has low volatility. Right, so this is a possible possible market flow that's setting up right here right now. It's not ready yet, but it was setting up right there. Yeah, I missed it. I don't know if anybody caught that market flow right there. It just happened too quickly. It wasn't at the pivot yet, but it was getting really close to it. Just didn't have enough opportunity there for me to get in. I also don't like how price here is going sideways, so it's okay. I'll wait for the next one. So possible market flow on the next candle here. Volatility is not the best, but possibly work. So this has a pending sell signal. I'm going to hold off on this here, guys. I'm just going to wait. I'd rather have it reset. So I'm going to wait for the sell signal here to close. There's a possible market flow. If you guys want to take it, it hasn't filled yet. But since there's a pending sell signal here, I'd rather have the sell signal close and then provide me the next opportunity for it to swing up and correct to the upside. Because I don't like how market's going sideways here right now. Typically, this strategy doesn't work very well when market's going sideways. Right here, again, it still hasn't filled yet. So if you guys want to take it, there's still opportunity there for a market flow. But I'd rather have a sell signal come up, come down a little bit, provide a buy signal, and then let it climb back up higher. Right, so this is still pending. It's probably not going to fill. And it looks like it's not going to fill there. So it never pushed back up. There's no entry. I think I'll wait until the news over here passes. So I'll just look for my entry later around 7 o'clock after the news event over here at 7. So I want this sell signal here to close. Once it closes, I'm going to look for the buy signal and I'll look for the reset. Like I talked about yesterday, guys, I'm taking one market flow entry per momentum. So you can see over here, we had one buy signal that came up. There's actually market flows that came up here earlier, but because it happened at the sessions, I was not able to get into it. There's actually one that happened right here at the 632 candle. So probably best that I just wait for the next one. There's no need to FOMO into these trades. Like we talked about yesterday and like I talked about earlier this morning, I need to be a little more selective with my entries, especially the market flows, because I'm taking too many entries. So for this month so far, I'm currently up, I think, 2 or 3 wins overall for the month. And the problem here is that I've taken how many trades have I taken this month so far? So I've taken, let's see, for the month of August, I've taken 50 trades so far, and then I took 2 trades yesterday. So I took 52 trades. So 1 times 5 times 52. I think that's not right. 7 times 5 times 52. So I paid about 1,820 in commissions per account. So times 21 accounts, I paid 38,220 in commission so far for the month. So this is how much I paid so far for just this month of August. This is why I need to be more selective with my entries, because I'm going to keep getting screwed with these fees here. I have about 3 wins so far. So 7 times 5 times 45 times 20. So you can see here that I'm in negative overall, because even though I'm in profit, I'm paying so much in commissions and fees. So right here is basically my net. This is my net profit or gross profit. And then I had to pay 38,220 in fees. So, I mean, realistically, if you subtract this, overall, I'm still negative for the month. This is across all the accounts. Per account, not so bad, but across all the accounts, yeah, it's a lot. So if we do this per account, 1575 minus 1820, this is how much I'm down right now, to 245. So I'm basically at break even. This is per account. And you guys can see this is why I gotta pace myself with these scalps, because you pay a lot of people don't realize that you pay so much in commissions. So yeah, I mean that's just kind of where I'm at right now. It's kind of a shitty situation, but that's the month of August for us here. Let's see. Johnny said he took a high-low scalp, 650, nice. Yeah, so Johnny took the high-low scalp that came up earlier and hit his TP there. Nice work, Johnny. So again, I'm looking for the sell signal here to close. Once this sell signal here closes, I'll be looking for the possible buy signal and correction back to the upside. If the sell signal here closes and it comes down further, there we go. So we got the sell signal right there. This can still come down, right? I'm not necessarily only looking for buys here. Now that we have the sell signal, I'm okay with it to come below and climb lower. If that's the case, then I'd be okay with some sell entries. So I'm just waiting here, guys. Right now, we currently have a sell momentum, so we could possibly still have a sell entry, but I need the trend here to shift. So right here, I'm looking for either a buy signal. If a buy signal comes up, I'll look for a market flow to the upside. If the sell signal here holds, then I'll look for price to switch with regard to trend, and I'll look for a market flow to the downside. But yeah, like what I was saying earlier, guys, that's the realistic side of trading. A lot of people don't ever talk about commissions or fees. So if you take a lot of trades like we have been taking over the past couple months, and it's just for August, I think. Let's go back over here real quick. So for August, we're currently at like over 50 trades. For July, we were at 28 trades. So we didn't take that many trades in July. We were actually okay. In June, we took about 30 trades. So for the month of August, we've taken so many trades here, but it's basically at break even. So with commissions and fees, it's not going to look good. So I got to tone it down a little bit and not take like 5-10 trades a day, because those 5-10 trades a day are going to eat into my profits. So just keep that in mind, guys. Be aware of like the number of trades you take, because it's can easily backfire on you. So there's no entries here yet. We got news coming up at 7 o'clock, 6:54 right now. We got about 6 minutes till 7. We got low to medium impact news right here, CB consumer confidence. And Richmond Fed, all forecasted to be positive. So I think price will probably just go slow here sideways until we get to 7 o'clock right here. Here's the current range. You know what I just realized? There was a V1 variation pattern here. So this was a reversal. See the double body rejection right there? So we had a double body rejection right here, which started the reversal. Double body rejection, reversal back to the downside. So this is a possible market flow entry that came up right here. Again, for me, I'd rather have the trend shift, but I mean, technically, like I said, you could take one buy for every buy signal, one sell for every sell signal. So technically right here, if you don't want to go and wait for the trend, which is not completely necessary, you could have technically taken a market flow entry right here on this red candle. Price came down, swung up, came right back down. These never came back down, so there's no entry here. Again, there's another one right here. If you missed that one, this would have been the next one for a sell. Price swung up, bounced off the pivot, came right back down further. I'm going to wait for the trend to shift, though. I'm not going to enter right away. So looking back at our 100-point move, we're back in profit. This is a set and forget type strategy, so I just leave that alone. I don't even look at it. When it hits, whether it hits TP or whether it hits stop loss, it's just a set and forget for me. The thing with that strategy, though, is that because the volatility is so low, it's not working how it's supposed to. It's supposed to hit like right away, like within, the first hour or so. But because the volatility is so low, this thing just keeps lingering, goes back and forth. So again, right here, I'm going to look for a possible buy signal. If we get a buy signal that comes up here, I'll look for it to swing up, provide market flow entry, and I'll go from there. We got price climbing down lower. All right. So for these market flow entries, I don't think you have to really wait for the trend here to confirm completely. What I typically look for is to see where price is with regard to the pivot. So if price is below all the pivots, I would think this is fair game for a market flow for a sell. The only problem is that it's right at the session. So even if I wanted to take an entry here, it's not going to be beneficial for us because it's at the red flags. So if you guys remember the red flags from this morning, or not really the red flags, but you see how price was consolidating down here? It's pretty much back to where it was earlier. So it's literally back in the middle area where it was earlier. This was all fake outs, right? Price pushed up, faked out, pushed down, faked out, pushed all the way up here, huge fake out, and then it pulled right back in between this purple line and this red line right here. So market opened right here at 6:30. It was here for about 20 minutes, pushed up, faked out, came right back into this range. So you can see price typically respects these ranges. I drew the range down here, huge fake out up here, and then price pulls right back into the range down below. Price comes up, double body rejection, V1 variation, pulls right back into the range where it was earlier. So you guys can see here, the market's not very complicated. Like it's the same pattern that repeats itself. If you guys want to catch those reversals, I mean, feel free. I'll give you guys a heads up when these reversals come up, but I don't typically take those types of trades because that's just not the way I trade. There's so many different ways to trade out there. I'll give you guys ideas. I'll give you guys, pretty much setups that I warned you guys about. If you guys remember earlier when price was down here, I said, whenever price pushes out, look out for the V1 variation because when that happens, pulls right back into the range. Again, price pushed up here. What happened at this point? V1 variation. Pulls right back into the range, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. Typically, that's, the market that we're currently in right now. We're in a market where price tends to range all throughout the session. We got the news candle right here at 7. I'm glad that the news came down exactly where everything else was because we have all the red flags in one area right here. Again, possible market flow entries. Let's check the news. So the news was mixed. We had manufacturing shipments index positive, services index negative, manufacturing index negative, and CB consumer confidence positive. Actually, a lot more positive than anticipated. But none of that really matters because price is still stuck right here within the range. So until we have some opportunity here for price to get out of this range, it is again going to be here moving sideways. All right, so price is coming down further. My 100-point move is currently running deeper and deeper into profit. All right, we're right here at the sessions. Still nothing here yet. All right, so here's the range. Again, price, you want to look for price to break out of this area. Ideally, I think price, because this is going to be in the direction of my 100-point move, I'll be looking for this to come down lower. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping for. Again, this 100-point move is just something that I'm testing right now. I'm taking it on my Top Step account. So far, so good. It's net positive right now. So I'm up, I think, about 2,000 in profit across the account. And this one will be the second trade for this week. Just once a day. Once a day, 100-point move. So again, right here, price is still stuck within the range. Like I said, it's not a good area to trade in. So if we didn't have the sessions in here, it'd be okay to trade within that area. But you can see right here, there's a ton of sessions, right? That's not really a good area to trade in. Looking at this point here, we have a pending buy signal. So with the pending buy signal right here, this can possibly provide opportunity for a buy entry for a market flow entry. So if we get the buy signal that closes here, I'll be looking for a possible buy. We got about 42 seconds on this candle. Again, look out for the fake out. But I will be looking for possible opportunity here for a buy. This price might push up to the upper level right here. So we got liquidity sitting right there. We also got liquidity sitting down here. But I'm still looking for these market flows. Okay, so we have a pending buy signal here. I'm hoping the buy signal closes. Once it closes, I'll look for that retracement. Continuation to the upside. All right. No buy signal here yet. Look for the next one. So again, I need this buy signal here to close. Possible market flow right there if you're looking without the momentum, but I'm looking for that momentum first. So I need that momentum here to close. We got that pending buy signal right there. It's got 20 seconds left on it, so it's got a lot of time. If you guys took this as a market flow entry, it's pushing up into profit right now as we speak. Looks like I already hit TP. So again, I'm being selective with my market flow entries. I'm only taking one per momentum. If you guys wanted to take a regular one, this would be a regular market flow. We got a few seconds here. Okay, so I'll look for this to retrace down. I'm looking for it to retrace down and swing back up. No market flow on this one. It's probably gonna happen on the next candle. Yeah, probably not gonna expect it on this one. We have about 30 seconds left on this candle here. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Probably on the next candle it'll come up. All right, so no market flows here yet. Volatility here is starting to slow down a little bit. Again, personally, I'd rather have volatility be higher than slower because I need price to actually come down sharply, swing right back up. All right, so let's see what we got going on over here. Volatility is good. Just looking for that retracement back down. What I'm just going to be cautious about is the V1 variation pattern, because if this here closes red, you guys can see it's going to be a double body rejection right there. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an automatic reversal though. So you guys know that it's not going to be automatically, okay, this is going to be reversal. This just brings up red flag. It makes it cautionary because you see what happens whenever a double body comes up right here, right? Off a higher high. Double body rejection, reversal. Double body rejection, reversal. So just keep it in mind, guys. Now I'm gonna have to think twice about the next entry here. So I wouldn't be entering it right away if I see a market flow. I'd have to have it pull back pretty sharply. All right, so we got the double body rejection right there. This doesn't necessarily mean the reversal is going to happen, but possibility. So this could be a possible market flow entry here. Again, I need this to come down pretty sharply and then come right back up. I'll just have my order waiting here just in case. I'll put my pending order right there.
Order submitted.
You can see right there, it's just waiting. We have 30 seconds left on this candle. So this can easily swing back up. It's got a lot of time left on the candle. So I'm gonna leave it right there. If it doesn't swing back up within the next, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, I'll cancel it. So we've got about 15 seconds left on the candle. 10 seconds left. I'm going to cancel it. It's not going to swing back up.
Order canceled.
Order's canceled right there. And we'll look for the next opportunity here again. So not really liking how we have a pending sell signal here. There's a possible market flow that can set up here again, but I think I'm just going to hold off on the entry here, guys. I'm gonna hold off on the entry for my own sake. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with it having the pending sell signal there. If you guys want to take it, you can put a pending order there as it swings back up, but I'm not going to take it because, like I said, there's too many cautionary red flags here. We have the double body V1 variation right here. This is a reversal pattern. You can see how price came down like it was supposed to. And then we have a pending sell signal right here. So I'm not really going to take my chances on this move here. I'll just wait for the next opportunity. 7:09 right now. I know it's getting kind of late, but we still have opportunity here for price to provide a sell signal and then possibly another buy signal for it to swing back up. So I'm not in any rush here. Like if I don't have a good entry come up, I'm not going to force anything. The entry never filled. There's another opportunity right here for a market flow. But again, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait. Like I've been kind of reminding you guys this week, I got to focus on quality entries. I can't take every market flow that comes up. I'm looking for quality entries here because I can't be taking like 50 trades a month, right? I'm already at 50 trades for the month. It's way too many trades for a month. Like I showed you guys earlier, I pay so much in commissions, right? So currently right now I'm paying 1,820 per commit in commissions per account. So this is how much I'm paying per account, right? If I have 20 Apex accounts plus my personal account, that's times 21. I'm paying 38,220 in commissions. It's crazy. It's not worth it. So I'm gonna stick to my plan of taking one trade per momentum or one market flow per momentum, and then hopefully minimize those trades so I can take, what we used to take, maybe like 20 trades for the entire month, 30 trades for the entire month, but never up to like 50 because 50 is going to eat into my profits. So right here, we have another pending sell signal. I'm going to wait for the sell signal to close. I want it to close and I want it to reset. Or I want it to close and I want price to reverse to the downside. Ideally, reversal is where I want it to go. So personally, I prefer to reverse. The reason for that's because we still have our 100-point move here running. It's now back in profit. So ideally, I'd rather have it reverse because if it reverses to the downside, this is going to be in the direction of our 100-point move. So ideally, of course, I'd like all my trades to hit. Doesn't always happen that way, but ideally, that's kind of what I'd be aiming for. Here we go. The sell signal, it's finally closing. Okay, so this is where it becomes a bit tricky because we're back in this red flag area, right? It's going to be tough to take some sells down here. In order for me to take some sells, I need price to come down to this area right here where there's some open space. And then I can take my market flow entry from down here. Like I literally would have to take it down here. Because this is the same red flag area that I mentioned earlier, right? It's right in between the sessions. See what happens here, guys? Whenever price breaks out of the range here, it just comes right back down. Price pushes up, double body, V1 variation pattern right there. Reversal, price pushes up, double body, V1 variation pattern right there, pulls back down, pushes up, double body, V1 variation pattern right there. And what happens here? Same thing, pulls right back down. It's nothing new, guys. I've been showing you guys this for like years. This is the whole reason why I came up with that strategy. The V1 variation pattern, that strategy came up during the summer because this kept happening. So I created that strategy about 6 years ago, maybe more than 6 years ago. You can see the strategy still works perfectly fine. If you guys want to take the reversals, look for the V1 variation pattern, right? It's not that hard, especially if you have my indicators here because it pretty much points it out to you. There's a big label that comes up. Like you see the label, then you see, oh, double body. Okay, that's going to be a reversal. The big label right there, double body reversal, reversal. I used to trade counter trend. I would reverse trade. I'd look for entries like that, but I don't really do that anymore because it's tricky when you're going against the trend. For me, I've always traditionally been a trend trader, so that's why I stick to the trend trading. But if you guys want to catch these reversals, feel free. I'm going to call them out whenever they happen. Um, but I'm not necessarily going to take them all because, like I said, I don't like trading against the trend very much. So I'm looking for price to climb down a little further right here. We got the trend shifting right here. It's a good sign. It's actually starting to shift. We got liquidity sitting right here. So what I would need is I need price to come down a bit, retrace, come back to this lower level here. I need to trade within this middle area right here. There's just too many sessions right here where I can't really look for any entries at the moment. So we got liquidity right there getting touched. Again, I'm looking for these pivots over here to follow along. I'm either going to look for some entries down here, or if not, I'm going to look for some entries down here. All right, let's see what happens down here now. Price looks like it's going to consolidate for a little bit, which is fine. I'm okay with the consolidation because if it consolidates down here, you're looking for it to come down a little bit, retrace, come back down further. I just need these pivots to catch up with current price. All right. Next target price point is going to be the sessions right here. If price comes down any further, I'm looking for the pivot here to follow. So now that price is coming down, the pivots are following. I need price to swing back up. Get close to the session, not touch it, but get close to it and come back down. So this is going to be a tight spot right here. Be a very tight spot for entry because it's going to be in between the sessions over here, which makes it very tricky. So ideally, I'd rather have price come down lower, provide entry down here. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to look for a possible entry right here in between the two sessions. Probably not going to happen on this candle. Well, it's definitely not going to happen on this candle. Maybe on the next one or the one after it. In a tricky area right now. Because we have the session right here, we have the London low, and then we have the New York low down here. So I'll be looking for an entry in between this area, a small area right here. Only got so much room to take trades. So probably not going to happen on this candle. We'll wait for the next one. Trend's now shifted. So again, I'm gonna look for this to swing up, bounce off the pivot, come back down. Looking for a sharp push to the upside, correction back down. And then right here, thanks, Johnny, for the heads up. There's a V1 variation reversal pattern right there. So a little tricky again, guys. So price is below the area down here. V1 variation, possible reversal back to the upside. Okay, so this could be a possible, if the V1 variation doesn't play through, this could be a possible push to the downside.
Order submitted.
Got my pending order waiting right there. It's not filled yet. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. So there's a V1 variation pattern right there for possible reversal to the upside, but this can easily be faked down, swung right back down to push past the sessions right here. So let's see, we got 20 seconds left on this candle. Does not look like it's going to come back down. So I'll be watching it here. We got 15 seconds and I'm going to cancel my order.
Order canceled.
Man, this market is something else. All right, so no entry right there. Possible opportunity here again. But again, it's a little tricky because of the pending buy signal and the V1 variation down below. Yeah, I'm not going to take this, guys. I'm going to hold off on it. If you guys want to take it, feel free. But if you want to put a pending order there in case it comes back down, you can. But again, this is a trash market. You know, like I said, here's the range. And it's right back in the middle where I pretty much told you guys price was going to stay this whole day, right? So the fake out happened right there, V1 variation. Again, if you guys want to take these V1 variations, you know, be my guest. Feel free to take these trades because they're hitting. Like if you're taking any of the V1 variations, it's the only problem with this is that it's a counter trend trade. So I don't like trading against the trend because eventually price is going to move directional and you're going to hit these trades until you don't. So if you want to take them, again, feel free, but I'm not going to take them myself. You know, I'm going to be very selective with my entries here. Price really hasn't gone anywhere. So back to opening price, see the blue line right here? It's like price didn't go anywhere today. Everything else, it just kind of pushed away, then it came right back to opening price. Here's our range chart again. And you can see where all of the V1 variations happen, right? So there's pretty much a label whenever price reversed, right here. Price came up to this high, double body rejection, reversal. Price came up to this high, double body rejection, reversal. Price came up to this high, double body rejection, reversal, right? Price came below here, double body rejection at the low, pull back into the range. So whenever price gets that V1 variation, if you really want to ride this back into the range, you can. Like, don't get me wrong, the strategy works perfectly fine. It's just, I don't like trading against the trend, so I'm not taking it. If I do take a V1 variation, it'll typically be in the direction of the trend. So for me, I like taking V1 variations when they continue, but not when they reverse. So if this was bearish and I see a V1 variation from the top side, then okay, I'll take that because it's in the direction of the trend. But because it's not, obviously I'm gonna hold off on it. So we got price pushing back up over here. We have, I'll be looking for an opportunity here for a V1 variation to the upside. It's right at the sessions right now, so it's a little tricky where it's currently at. But I'll be looking for some possible V1 variations back to the upside, or not V1 variations, continuations to the upside. Right here is another V1 variation. If this candle closes red, it could be a possible retracement back to the downside. But I'm going to be looking. So right there, if that candle closes red, it's going to be a double body. If it doesn't, it'll probably climb up even higher from here. All right, so we got a breakout V3 continuation right here. Buy signal, green candle following it. This is a possible opportunity for a breakout V3 continuation to the upside. This is a continuation move. So with these two candles right here, price can likely continue climbing up higher, right? So I'll be looking for that here. Same with this one right here. There's a breakout V3 continuation pushed up a bit slightly higher. So I'm looking for this to push up, retrace, continue up higher. So I'm looking for it. I'm not going to take any trades right here because this is a sessions. I need this to climb a bit higher. All right, let's wait. All right, we got the setup right here. I don't think the market flow will happen on this specific candle, but it's starting to set up here now. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen on this specific candle. There's a levels entry right here that just came up. Price broke and closed above the level there. Came back for the retracement, filled the order. At this point, technically running. The volatility is very low right now. It's currently at 22 ATR. So I'll be looking for possible opportunity on the next candle. Not this one, but probably the next one here. All right, let's see if it comes back down from here. You got that push up right there. The levels entry just hit full TP. If you guys take the levels entry right there. Volatility is starting to pick up. We're getting closer to news right here at 7:30. So price again is above the range. Again, look out for the possible V1 variation pattern and swing back to the downside. Just look out for that double body rejection. All right, we got 6 minutes till news. Some volatility on this candle. Frustrating market, to say the least. All right, so the good thing here is there's no V1 variation pattern yet. Now I just gotta wait for this to pull back. Swing right back to the upside. All right, it might happen on the next candle, not this one, probably on the next one. All right, 10 seconds left on this candle. All right, I'm gonna put my pending order right here.
Order submitted.
Possible market flow entry. I know there's a pending sell signal. It hasn't closed yet, but I'll watch for it right here. Entry hasn't filled yet. We got 28 seconds on this candle. We got 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Got 10 seconds left. And I'm going to cancel it.
Order canceled.
So I canceled it. No entry there. Possibly on this next candle right here.
Order submitted.
All right, so let's see. It's probably the last shot because we got news coming up at 7:30. So this has got 30 seconds left on it. It's got 20 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Got 10 seconds. And I am going to cancel. Man, what a freaking day.
Order
No
canceled.
entry again. Okay, so no entry on that. I'm done right now, guys, because we have news coming up at 7:30. Man, this market sucks. I say that pretty often, but this market does really suck. I mean, the thing with this is that it's super clear, what's going on here. Because I have this range here that's been drawn up. Every time price pulls away, you just got to look for that V1 variation pattern. And it'll probably like pull back down. Right here, price is just having trouble kind of getting any direction at all whatsoever. It's getting close to news right here. So it looks like there would have been a fill right here. If we took this entry on this candle, this would have been a fill. I'm going to see how it plays through. It's probably going to hit TP and I'm going to be a little salty because this was what I was waiting for. And it just never came up until now. Yep. Yep. There goes my entry. That was literally what we were trying to take right here for the past 3 candles. It's all good. It is what it is. So there goes the entry right there. You guys saw I tried to take it on this one, didn't fill. Tried to take it on this one, didn't fill. And then the one time I didn't take it, it fills and it goes straight to TP. It's okay because we had news coming up right here at 7:30, so I didn't want to risk it anyways. And I'll just Daniel said, table sea salt kosher. No, man, it's pink Himalayan salt this time. Very salty, man. This is it's all right. I mean, this is part of the game. So this is like when this stuff happens, what happens with a lot of people is they tend to revenge trade, right? So you miss a trade like I did right here. This is exactly what we were looking for. Whenever you miss a trade, what happens a lot of times is people start to get FOMO. They're like, man, I should have taken that trade. And they enter super late and then they end up getting caught in the retracement, right? So don't be that guy. Don't be the guy where like the entry that came up and you're like, you feel like, okay, this is going to keep pushing up. So you enter super late and then it ends up reversing on you. There's news right here anyway, so it's fine. So we got the news candle right there. Again, if you wanted to take entry right there, still be running. But yeah, no entries for me right now. This is me being disciplined and controlling my trade psychology because it's really easy to trade on tilt at this point, guys. If you guys have been waiting all session like I have, and your entry comes up and you miss it, this is like prime time for someone to trade on tilt, where you start to FOMO, you start to revenge trade, you start to overtrade. I mean, this is a recipe for a disaster for a lot of people who trade. So I'm just gonna wait for the next opportunity. I'm not done trading yet, so I'll keep looking um, for the next one here to come up. There hasn't really been too many entries today. So starting with 630 over here. So I'm not going to count anything over here at 630 because there were entries, but they were right at the sessions, like this initial candle. For the sell signal right here, I mean, I guess technically you could have taken something down here, but it's right at the sessions as well. So let's see. Yeah, you could have taken an entry at any of these red candles right here. The only problem is that it's right at the sessions, right? So you couldn't really take any entries right here. The buy signal right here, there was no entries. Price came up, came back down, never swung back up for entry. So there's nothing on this momentum. For this sell momentum, again, there was possible opportunities here, but it was right at the sessions, like I said. So tough entries all day today because there were so many sessions within the area. So right here, again, price came up, came back down. There was opportunity for entry right there on that red candle. And then for the green candle, green momentum right here, it's a trade that I missed. So this one right here, full TP. So realistically, there was only one valid entry that came up, which was this one right here. These all came up at the session, so I wouldn't have taken any of these sells here. So, I mean, ideally, that's what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for one or two very solid entries, and then, I mean, for the most part, just wrap it up, right? There's no need to force anything. Yeah, there's just no need to force any trades here. So 632 right now, we still got some time, so we're not necessarily done yet. We still got some time for price to provide one more opportunity here. The thing with this now is that we've already had our buy entry come up over here for the buy signal, so I need to have a retracement. So I'm going to be looking for a sell signal to come up and then possibly a buy signal for a continuation to the upside. If we get a sell signal and price ends up reversing, that's fine with us too. So I'll be looking for a possible, ideally, that's kind of what I'd be looking for actually. So I would be looking for a V1 variation up here, reversal pattern, and I'll look for that to swing down and continue dropping because the 100-point move is still running right now. Right, so ideally, I'd look for this to actually reverse to the downside because I want both of my trades to win today, not necessarily just the scalps, but I want my 100-point move over here to run as well. So we'll see what happens here. This buy signal is already done with. So buy signal came up, entry happened right there. This momentum is pretty much done with my analysis. I'm now looking for the sell signal. Look for this reverse down. Provide opportunity down here. All right, we got the sell signal right here. Again, I'm not really looking for the full reversal of the trend. I'm looking for price to just pull below. So I need price to pull below. Let's stay around the area. So if this candle right here closes red, this is a breakout V3 continuation to the downside. This will be continuation in this direction. The only thing is that we don't have a confluence for reversal here. Ideally, I would look for a V1 variation up here and then have it lined up with a breakout V3 continuation so that we have better confluence of price coming down lower. All right. So, I mean, if you measure price, guys, it hasn't really pushed very far. Like I said, we still have that 100-point move running. So price hasn't really pushed very far. Market opened right here at 630. It's pushed up about 74 points and it's pushed down about 55 points. So not too much direction today. We got the sell signal right here coming below. See, I could possibly get an entry right here between. Nah, it's not going to be possible. I was looking for a possible entry right here between the Asia low and the London low, but there's just not enough room here. All right, so we have a V1 variation pattern right here from the bottom, guys. This could possibly be a continuation back to the upside higher. So if you guys, this is a type of V1 that I would typically take. I'm not going to take it, of course, because like I said, I'm sticking to my market flow entries. But these are the V1 variations that I would typically take when they're in the direction of the trend. The trend's bullish right here, so price pushes up, retrace, V1 variation, possible continuation to the upside. So what I'm going to be looking for here is a possible buy signal. If the buy signal comes up, I'll be looking for some market flow entries to the upside right here. But I need that buy signal. So in order for me to take that entry, I need to get a buy signal up here. Until we get that buy signal, it's nothing to take yet. Sorry, guys, had to sneeze for a second. Put myself on a quick mute. All right, so we have a possible push back to the upside right here. Looking for that buy signal to come up. Right, once that buy signal comes up, then we'll go from there. All right, there we go, pending buy signal. So I need that buy signal to close. Doesn't matter if it's valid or invalid. I just need the buy signal to close. We have a confluence here, V1 variation pattern. So this is a V1 variation pattern. The pattern that it's setting up for is direction, retracement, continuation. Right? That's the pattern right there. So we need that buy signal to close. We got 30 seconds on this candle. Once that buy signal closes, I'll look for a possible market flow. Again, I have to be quick with it because this market's unforgiving if you miss it. We've got 10 seconds left on this candle. See if the buy signal closes, whether it be valid or invalid. No buy signal. Okay. Another opportunity right here. Just need that buy signal. All right. Just gotta pay attention to it. 30 seconds left on this candle. All right, nothing here yet. Price is going sideways right here, as you guys can see. Heavy range. A level right there. All right, so you guys can see there's an upper range and a lower range right here. This is where price normally is, but it pushes up right here, and then now it's in an upper level range. Still no buy signal. Again, we're looking for that buy signal before I can start looking for entries. In order for me to look for some sells, I need price to be below the pivots, but we're not there yet. All right, so we're gonna sit tight here. 740 right now. Again, guys, if there's no entries here, I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna look for the entries that are quality. I'm only gonna take quality entries because I really gotta hold down these trades I'm taking. I can't believe I took 50 trades this month. That's crazy. That's a lot of trades for 1 month, especially for a summer month. All right, we have the pending buy signal right here. We got 40 seconds left on the candle. It's a lot of time. All right, we got 30 seconds on this candle. $20, see if it holds. And the volatility is just not there. We got 10 seconds left. Let's see if it gets the last push for that buy signal to close. All right, perfect. So we got it right here. I'll look for a possible market flow right here again. I need to retrace down a little bit and swing back up. So I'm watching it. Pushing up to the liquidity right there, as you guys can see. It's pushing up pretty strong to the liquidity. All right. Put my pending order right here.
Order submitted.
This could be a possible V1 variation pattern. If it closes red, it's going to be a double body rejection right there, possible reversal back to the downside. So this candle is going to close in about 5 seconds, not going to fill. I'm going to cancel it. Oh man, this market's super frustrating.
Canceled.
There's just nothing here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. There's just no entries here again. Keep looking. There's no volatility either. Price just going sideways right here down this current range. I want price to push up higher to knock out this high, because once it knocks out that high, this V1 variation pattern is no longer going to be valid. And I mean, we'll kind of see where it goes from there. All right. So possible market flow on the next candle here, guys. So I'll put the pending order right there.
Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, so I'm in the position now. Let's see, the entry should be at 44, move it down by 1. And it should be at 14 below by 1.
Order filled.
All right, so the volatility here is kind of low. Let's see if it picks up. Again, I'm looking for price to push up and push past the like this level right here. Because if it pushes past the level, it's going to sorry, put this back on. It's going to invalidate the this high right here. We have a pending sell signal. It's not looking great. The volatility here is just really low. See, question from Gary. Gary's asking, can I use Tradeobate copier? Yeah, you can. You just can't set an automatic TP stop loss. That's the main reason. There's a cap on how many contracts you can take. So that's like the main downside to the Tradeobate copier. Tradeobate copier is cool though, but there's just not as many functions as NinjaTrader. And the volatility today's, well, it's not just today, it's just this whole month. The volatility is very unpredictable. As you guys can see, it's just kind of flat. So this candle here closes green. We have another V1 variation pattern from the downside. So that's a good sign. It's now running. The volatility is just low. So we have a target over here. This is like the target price point. Our TP is going to be in line with the higher high right here, which is where liquidity is sitting. But again, the volatility here is just super low. So I'll just have to watch it just in case I have to like pull out early or make adjustments. Because the volatility is not very consistent. Stuck within the range right here. All right, so looking at this here, I mean, there's V1 variations on both ends. V1 variation up here, but there's a new V1 variations from the downside right here, which is a very good sign for a continuation. So let's go to our clean chart real quick. Yeah, it's just pretty flat right now. It is pretty flat, but the target right here is going to be the 150 or the 350 mark. So target's going to be right there, 350. It's also going to line up with the liquidity right here. So there's a higher target, which is going to be up here, of course. And then we have a lower target right here, which is liquidity. But again, we're holding on to this position for a long time. I think this position has been running for 4 minutes now. 4 minutes is kind of getting to that limit for how long I like to hold the trade. About 5 minutes is kind of really pushing it for a scalp, because typically your trade's supposed to hit by then. It's supposed to hit within the first couple seconds, if not the first couple minutes. But now that we're getting to this 5 minute mark, it's starting to get a little tricky because we don't want to be caught in this consolidation zone, right? The consolidation here is not good for us because our stop loss is too tight. So if we get caught in this consolidation, it's not going to be good for us because it can easily just go in either direction. All right, so I might just pull out of this early. Let me see if I could maybe move my, TP down a little bit. So I'm holding on to it for way too long. I'll move it down here. See how many points this is. I'll move it down maybe one more. Yeah, I don't like being stuck in this range right here, guys. So I just moved my TP down a little bit. I'm gonna try to just get out of this position pretty soon, because this thing's been running for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 7 minutes now. It's too long. It's too long for a scalp. I'd rather get out of it and then look for the next opportunity. I was hoping when it pushed up earlier, it would just blast right through. But right now it's just kind of flat. Yeah, our stop loss is just too tight. If we had a bigger stop loss, like a 300-point stop loss like we normally do, or we did in the past, like if our stop loss was way down here, I'd be okay because I could just let it breathe. But right now, it can't really breathe too much because it's so tight with where it's currently at. So I'm just gonna let it do what it needs to do right here. But yeah, the volatility here, you can see all the candles are super small and it's just going sideways. It's literally just going sideways right here. This is why it's hard to trade these directional strategies. All of our strategies are based off momentum, the directional, but when the market's not moving directional, you just kind of get trapped in this position. It just goes sideways for a long time. $7:49 right now. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. This is normal for this is why I try to trade before 7 o'clock. I try to get my trades in between 6:30 and 7 because that's where the volatility is high. Once you hit 7 o'clock, you just get this sideways movement throughout the session. Yeah, no problem, Gary. Yeah, the Tradeovate platform is cool. If they didn't have a lot size cap, and then if they also let you use ATM orders, like automatic TP stop loss, I would be okay with using it, but I've used it before and it's just very limited with like if you're trading one account, it's fine, or like maybe even 2 or 3 accounts, but you can't really trade 20 accounts. Okay, so I have my stop loss. It's all good, guys. I was kind of expecting this to happen because of the sideways move here. Volatility came up, filled my stop. Just one loss for the day. So I got one loss for the day with regard to our scalps. Our 100-point move is still currently running right now. This is probably going to take all day. And we're currently at one loss for the week. So yesterday was a break-even day, had one loss today, and then had one win yesterday for the 100-point move. It's all good. This is why I don't like trading when the market's going sideways. I was hoping it'd pick up. So like when we got to this point right here, let me just replay. When price started climbing up right here, I was like, okay, this is probably going to climb up at least enough to hit liquidity, right? Just enough to hit our TP. But then, of course, it didn't. And of course, now it came down. So like I said before, if our stop loss, if we were using our old stop loss where we could use a 30-point stop loss, I would be okay with it because I could just let the trade breathe. I know it's going to bounce around a bit, but eventually I'm expecting it to push up and hit its TP. But our stop loss is just too tight. When you do 15-15, it's too tight. And that's why I take half risk. So tight stop loss, tight TP, half risk, eat the loss right here. And then move on to actually trading. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. So I don't know if there's going to be enough time to take a second trade. All right, so there goes a loss for the day, unfortunately. It's all good. 743. This might be one of the latest trades we've taken. Yeah. So even though we lost this trade was still considered a good trade. So there's good losses and there's bad losses, right? Good losses are when you follow your trading plan and you lose. That's fine because you followed your trading plan. Bad losses is when you lose, but you kind of went off your trading plan. You didn't take an actual strategy. You kind of just entered randomly. This right here did meet the criteria. So we had a buy signal here. Price came down, pushed up and filled right here, and then it just ended up going sideways. So I'll count this as a good win on my part because I followed my trading plan. I didn't go off any random entries, didn't FOMO, didn't revenge trade, any of that stuff. Everything here lined up perfectly. It just didn't hit in our direction. So there goes the trade for today. There may be another opportunity here for a sell, actually. So we have a sell signal right here, prices below the pivots. There may be opportunity here for a market flow for a sell. So I'll be looking for maybe one more entry here. The reason why I'm okay with taking the sells here is because it goes in the direction of our 100-point move. So let's see. I only took half risk on the last trade. So if I take another trade right here, this is going to just double up on, or it's going to pretty much complete the risk for the day. So let's see if we get opportunity for it to come back below. No, so I'm not going to take it up here, guys. I need price to be below the pivots. I would need price to be below here, retrace, come back down further. Let's see. Solange said 1-to-1 RR is definitely too tight. Yeah, with this type of market, it's too tight. If it was moving directional, it'd be a lot easier because you can just catch it, right? You don't even go into drawdown. But because the market here is not really moving directional at all, we're in a summer market, it's too tight because if you get caught in the consolidation, that's kind of where it screws you over because you can really get stopped out in either direction. So I'm gonna leave it as is though, because we only have a couple days left in this month. So it's not necessarily going to be, it should pick back up in September. So I'm hoping in September, we're going to have more of a directional push. But if this continues to just go sideways like this, then, so be it. But that's why I'm taking half risk. So whenever I take my trades, guys, usually I'm risking like 1%. For these trades here, I'm risking like less than 0.5%. So, all right, the sells look like it's not going to happen. Looks like we might get another buy signal here. But because price is going sideways like this, I don't think it's worth taking any risk. So I'm not really going to look to take any trades here, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Looking at this right here, price has been going sideways for the past, let's see. So since price broke into this range right here, it's been going sideways for the past about 35 minutes. It's a long time for price to consolidate. right? So it's not really worth the risk here at all, taking more trades. So guys, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap this up for the day. Took one loss for the day, just one loss on the scalp entries. The 100-point move is still running. This can take all day, possibly, because the volatility is so low. So I'll leave this alone. I'll come back to this later today. If I have to close out early, I will, and I'll let you guys know. Or if I don't let you guys know, I'm probably going to close out of this early towards the end of the session. So say, for example, it drops down here, like towards like 10 o'clock, I'm probably going to close out early, right? But I'll try to give you guys a heads up. It's just, I'm not really following the chart. I'm just checking it like once every hour. And if it comes down, then I'll probably just close out. Like look at the 100-point move at the top of every hour. So like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock is really pushing it because markets are going to close around 12. So make sure to keep looking at it. But yeah, we had one loss over here for the scalp move. The 100-point move is still running. And we're currently at one net loss for the month so far, or not the month, for the day. We're still in positive for the month. We're at, I think, 2 net wins, but for this week so far, we're at currently 1 net loss. We had a break-even day yesterday, 1 loss today, so we're currently at net 1 loss. There's a market flow entry that came up right here, I think, but again, like I said, it's not really worth the risk, guys, because there's no direction. Price is just going sideways. So all right, guys, I think this is going to be it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Looking over here at our profits for the day, we have Johnny. So Johnny saved the day, total profit of, let's see, locked in 2,100 on his first trade, 2,325 on his second trade, 2,325 on his third trade, and 2,325 on his fourth trade here. So total profit of 2,468, 9,000 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Johnny. Johnny took that high-low scalp earlier this morning, and that was pretty much all he took. So, yeah, I mean, ideally, we should probably try to focus on the trades earlier in the session. You can see over here, there's some volatility between 6:30 and 7. And then over here, of course, after 7 o'clock, market did nothing and went completely sideways. So, all right, guys, I'm done for the day. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session.